Welcome to the Daily High. Coming at you a little bit early today. I've got to get up at 4 in the morning to go back to my hometown. Tone's got to go to El Salvador. What is that soon, right? You're leaving right now?
Yeah, I got a flight. I got a flight in a few hours. It's about 6:40 in the morning here in Panama, and I got a flight in a few hours to El Salvador. It's going to be so much fun. So many people are going to be there. It's great. I'll see a lot of you there.
Awesome. I want to address the elephant in the room. The comment section on last night's videos. I know you're not supposed to feed the beast, but what the hell? Like, come on, guys. They're attacking us for flopping and flipping between bullish and bearish. Stop thinking about things as bullish and bearish like they're absolute facts. I'm a day trader. Do you realize that, right? It's my discretion whether I'll choose long or short. You don't have to follow me. I don't get with the negativity. Tone, do you have anything to say? I couldn't believe it. What the hell?
Yeah, I'm just going to do a quick screenshot. My second alarm is going off. My normal alarm is going off, just in case I was going to miss my early alarm that I was supposed to wake up on. Yeah, I'm actually going to do one thing. So, I have a little more experience in dealing with troll comments. I have about 10 years experience. This is Matt's first show. So, and yes, you're not supposed to feed the trolls. Now, I only have one thing to say. So, for some reason, people are complaining that I trade in hindsight and I put this label down. How is it hindsight? Is it going to make you feel more comfortable if I slide this thing down like a quarter of a centimeter? Like, it doesn't matter. These are positions that you enter and exit like once a month. Does it really make a difference if I happen to draw it with here or here? Like, it doesn't matter. The point is that I am cutting my position to 50%. Now, whether you happen to be awake when I wasn't awake and you cut the position the moment it crossed both moving averages, or you did it right here at the worst possible tick yesterday, it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Like if Matt can alter his trade in real time in the middle of a live trade, why are people crazy that they don't understand that the whole concept is that for me, everything fell apart the moment this red hourly candle took place? Whether it's the beginning of this hourly candle or the end of this hourly candle, or you slept through this candle and you realize that a candle later, that part is actually irrelevant, right? And the whole point was this is the moment where it all fell apart, and we were doing our show during this candle right here. So once again, Matt cut his trade somewhere near the close of this candle, and it did go lower. We're now higher. Since I have charts open, I'm gonna continue with my analysis, and then Matt's gonna tell you whether he's back into a long trade or not, or whether he's gonna close his long trade while I'm speaking about what I think is gonna happen, right? Like everyone needs to be, and there's something else that I always say. Everyone watching and everyone around the world needs to be a lot more concerned in how they're managing their money than how Matt and I are managing our money. That is the most important part. We're here to educate. We're not here for follow the leader advice. Okay. So on that note, I'm actually going to start with the 1 hour time frame. Right now, we are sitting on a 1 hour red star candle. Now, I will give you the good news. The good news is that we are having a little bit of an uptrend. And about 15 minutes ago, we were actually in a very, very dangerous area of current candle. The good news is there's only 10 minutes to go, and we are creating a reversal candle. The bad news is it is still a 1 hour red star candle. The other bad news is, yes, this is where I drew the line of where the red star candle took place and where it all fell apart for me yesterday. The reality is this line actually should be now that more time has passed, and before you're looking at current situation, and had we done the show an hour or two ago, this is where the line would have been because it marks the bottom of these candles. And Matt, you've watched me enough. You know that the bodies of candles to me are way more important than the tip of the shadow of the candle. And the body of the candle points to this price area being 66,650 as prior tiny support, which has become resistance. And that's exactly where we reversed 2 hours ago. That's the bad news. So sometime in the next hour or two, this thing is going to resolve either to the upside or to the downside. Now, until the price of Bitcoin breaks above 67,000, maybe about 67, or let's say 66 and a half, break that next moving average, clearly close above this blue line that I have at 66 and a half, I will remain cautious, but the chances of doing that are high. Would I be in a bullish trade right now? The answer is no. I wouldn't be in a bullish trade short term. I wouldn't be in a bullish trade intermediate term. I am still in a bullish trade long term. That's the difference. This is my long-term chart. The daily chart is the intermediate chart. The daily chart still looks like crap to me. I am not interested in the daily chart until we break back above 68,000, back above the moving average, recover the losses from this red star candle that exited me on short-term, intermediate-term basis, though I didn't have any of those trades on, and exited me 50% on the long-term basis. That trade I do have on. And for intermediate, I need to be above 68 and a half. For the short term, I still need this breakout. So I'm not short here, but I'm not interested in a long trade until after we break above this high we just got rejected from 2 hours ago. Weekly chart, still the same. The MRI top candle to me is now a reversal candle. And the chances of getting into the box before the halving, to me, have just become very, very small. Is it possible? Yeah, it's possible. 2 days ago, I gave it a 20% chance that we're not going to fall below, say, 60,000 before the halving. Now that percentage is significantly higher. And now the chances we're going to be above 78,000 before the halving have become very, very small on the par of 20%. All right, I'm going to leave it here, and I'm going to hand it off to Matt.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I just need to close my trade. No, just kidding, just kidding. So, before I go any further, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. Please use the affiliate links in the description below. We have 2bit and BitGet. Some great sign-up bonuses as well. But most of all, I really want you to use the free Discord group we have. It's completely free. All you need to do is sign up with the affiliate links below, and it's full access to you. We've got about 700 people in there. People are streaming in. And I mean, even today, it was just a really great chat. It's a really good filter for me, the Discord group, because we sort of have a no dickheads policy in there. And I know that it's subjective what a dickhead is, but that's sort of an Australian thing. I'll make the judgment on that. So yeah, I'm building a really great echo chamber in there, which I know that my haters will love. All right. So there's nothing to, I'm not going to talk about, because Tone's in a hurry and I'm in a bit of a hurry. I'm not going to talk about the weekly or monthly. Nothing's changed from yesterday. We're at essentially the same price we were at yesterday. But I do want to talk about the lower time frames. And I'll start on the 4 hour and work my way down as we go. I said in yesterday's show that I entered a trade. I think it was about, it was 65,400, and I had my stop loss below Tone's MRI support and resistance area. Now
wow,
I
that
closed
actually held. Holy shit! I didn't look at the 4-hour chart on my side. Wow, look how that held. You had more confidence in my MRI support line than I did.
I love the MRI support and resistance. I probably love it more than you do, which is very funny. But there's a lot of people that do like it, especially in the Discord group. A lot of people are talking about it. In fact, a lot of people,
because you know how I trade. That third time we were pushing it on that 2 candles ago, that green candle that literally touched it, creating that low. There's no way I'm confident that it's gonna hold.
Me too. Me too. Me too. I wasn't confident here, and unfortunately, I didn't buy here. In fact, Justin, my partner, did buy here. Motherfucker. But I'm sorry for swearing. But he did get the perfect buy there. I didn't. All right. But that's still for me a really, really good spot because the fourth time I give it zero chance of holding. Seriously, I give it zero chance of holding. But I really, really love it. I love when the stars align. I love when the green diamond, which you can see if I turn the MRI off for a second,
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
missed
I see it.
yesterday's show, got the green diamond. We had, which would have been a good buy with a really tight stop loss down here. But I did get a bit spooked in our show yesterday, and I pulled the trade. When I woke up in the morning and we had bounced up, and the price was back at that 66 mark, I maybe full-heartedly got back into a long, which is at 66,081, uh, almost the price we're at right now, and we're still floating there. So my tolerance level is even higher than the MRI support and resistance zone. So if at the moment, if my buy was there, support and resistance is 2.3% away, and I'm in a 3x leverage trade, that's too rich for my taste. So my stop loss will be, although I don't have one set right now, but I will before bed, at probably here at like, let's call it 65 300, something in that vicinity. But once we start moving up, I'll move it to break even. This is the definition of knife catching, and I don't recommend it for your average punter because, as you've seen, this is not bragging, it's just truth, right? I can get in and out of trades really quickly, and I'm quite nimble in that. I can quickly get in and out. I can get out right now and be okay. But you might be asleep, you might not have good stop losses and whatever, you might not know how to do that. If that's the case, I totally agree with Tone that like getting back above these ranges, back above, even back seriously, back above like 69, something like that, is where you'd start to think about that move again. But if you are agile and you can get in and out of trades quite well, then yeah, maybe now is a good buy the dip situation. And especially if you're using no leverage. If you're using no leverage, then this is a fair enough 3%, 3.2% stop loss. I agree with that. But that's the 4 hour right now. We're
All
about at the
right, so that
price
was
I
going to be my
entered.
question. That was going to be my question for you.
Go ahead.
Clearly, a real stop loss is, let's say, at the bottom of those candles bodies, because that
Yeah.
no, on the left, two candles, the
Oh,
two
here?
candles to your left. Yeah, the bottom
Yeah.
of those bodies, because that's way too close to that MRI support for the fourth time,
Right.
and that creates a little bit longer. So I was curious if you did your normal size trade, but went 2x long instead of 3x long. But it sounds like you went 3x long, but tightened up your stop.
Yeah, and I used, I don't want to talk about money because people were upset with money last night, but I used less money, okay, as well. So I really want to see this price recover. And in a week's time, where you'll hear me boasting that the green diamond inside the green wave was it. Okay, I want that. And then when we get back above to that price where people should be entering again, and the money will flood back in at sort of that 69 plus 70 mark, I can double the position, triple the position, whatever like that, and be in a really good price between the entry price and the mark price. That's a great way to build a position. But for now, it is what it is. I'm not secure in this position at all. It's right on thin ice, if you know the title of the show. The 1 hour was feeling a lot more comfortable back here when we were at 66,500, and I had a bit of breathing room. But Tone's right. The rollover is not fantastic. Coming back to the sort of that breakout point of here, where exactly as Tone mentioned, we got the dump, and then we come back to retest the breakout point. That's not a huge level of confidence for me. So I will have to keep the stop losses tight. The 15-minute for me is interesting as I turn off alphanumerics and the MRI for a second. People who follow Bangbox might be asking, this is the beauty of Bangbox. We're not playing around with any of this. Bangbox is, because I built it for customers, it's free. But because I built it with you guys in mind, I know that at the moment it's automated. It's manual. Sorry, it's not fully automated. So I don't want to be scalping out trying to take these trades and you missing out. We won't enter any trade until at least we get above this pink line. And I love that this peak line gets drawn down. So the price could actually be way lower. You could get a great entry on this, but it's still going to need to be above at least at this point right now 67,137. So even if it scoots up, we're going to need a good sign of breakout, which could drive us up higher in that price. So Bangbox has got your back here to stay out of this chop zone until a bit more confidence in the trade. So
Yeah, Matt,
if you want to, yep.
I got a question on Bangbox whenever you're done. Sorry, I thought you were done. Go ahead.
Shoot. Go ahead. No, I'm done,
So
mate. Finish.
just to be clear, from my understanding on Bangbox, it only goes long, it never goes short. So do you need the pink moving average? I'm assuming it's the moving average.
Yep.
Do you need that pink moving average to be rising, or it can actually execute in with a declining moving average as long as it's above it enough?
Yeah, it absolutely can. And this is a it's a pretty fast moving average as well, because it's a 30 exponential moving average. So absolutely it can enter when the price is still
Oh
declining,
yeah,
as
I
you can
see it
see
right there
right
on
here.
the 24th. Yeah. On the 24th, it's executing in a declining moving average. On
It doesn't care.
24th of the month. Yeah.
It doesn't care about any of that. Because the moving average trails the price. I mean, this is what it looks like on my end. There's kind of a lot going on here, you know. So like, but it's taking all these trades and trailing the stop up, getting you in, getting you out, moving the stop losses up. I mean, this is ideal right here. This is like the premium trade where we hit the 20% return. But you can see,
but that's a case where the moving average is rising. So that's
sure. I mean, that's declining there, but by the time it broke up, it was almost.
It was already rising, right? But there was an incident on the 24th. I saw that it executed while the average was rising, 24th of last month.
Yeah, I mean, but it absolutely can, but I mean, it'll take a bit of a breakout for that to happen, because like with this moving down, it's already starting to round. Do you know what I mean? So like if this takes its time, it'll be rounded by the time the trade gets there. Unless it goes bang straight now and then enters the trade, which is absolutely possible, it will normally round by the time it comes to it. Do you know? So that is just what it is. Once again, if you want access to the signals, which are really great, sign up for the affiliate links, use the Discord group. The numbers are growing. Community's looking great. That's all I have to say. Tomorrow night, I do want to do a show with you. I absolutely am going to be drunk. I'm saying goodbye to some really dear friends of mine. They're not dying or anything, but I'm moving overseas.
It'll be my first morning in El Salvador, so we'll see how late we stay out tonight, hanging out. So yeah, we're gonna play it by ear, but we'll do our best to bring you a show at around this time tomorrow. And Matt, yeah, it's great. You get to see your family one more time before you move continents.
Yeah. So forgive me in advance. Tomorrow I might be, all over the place.
Wait, I do have one last thing to say, because there's a lot of people in the comments, and it's about apparently the Bcash halving is today. It might have just happened, or it's going to happen in about an hour. I know a couple of people are asking me to join their live streams, which is going to be very, very difficult. So I just want to glance at it. Not that I care all that much, but I do want to say something about the Bcash halving and why there is going to be a problem. Where the hell is it? There, no, it's the USD version versus Bitcoin. So it's pumping for now because the halving is happening, and for some reason people think that is actually bullish. And what you're witnessing is basically Bcash in fiat terms. It looks like it has gone up about 500% in the last 6 months. That's just a little halving effect. All of that's going to be gone. Of course, in Bitcoin terms, it is a lot less of a rise because Bitcoin also gone up a lot. But even versus Bitcoin, Bcash has gone up. It's now at this double top. The problem with all of these other altcoins is that they have to keep up with the halvings. If you go backwards, even in USD terms, okay, if you go back 4 years, okay, I'm not going to cherry pick. Let's go back 4 years from current price in terms of fiat. Okay, this is the weekly chart on 4 years. So we're going into 2020, right? As you can see, Around February 2020, when the last halving was, I know I don't have it marked, the price is almost the same. And I'm very confident that the price of this is going to go down after the halving, unlike Bitcoin. And the price is going to be lower than it was 4 years ago. So what happens to a token whose price is lower than 4 years earlier, and the production of that token is now half as much? It's going to lose half of its mining strength. Because why would miners mine something that cannot keep up with doubling of the price every 4 years? And this is the problem with all other proof of work coins, because their mining structure dies as they're not able to keep up with inflation of their price. Like the price isn't rising as fast as the halvings decrease the available new mine supply. This is why you are witnessing Litecoin get destroyed in real time. The dollar price of Litecoin cannot keep up with the halvings. So the mining hash rate of Litecoin drops over 50% every single year. And it's like a half-life of an element. And eventually, it's the half-life renders it irrelevant. And eventually, the mining structure of these proof of work coins that are in Bitcoin will remove all security from these coins. And all they have to do at this point is update the one developer updates the algorithm, and it suddenly becomes proof of work, proof of stake instead of proof of work. Or it becomes merge mined with a stronger token. That's what's going to happen to Litecoin. I don't know which one it's going to be. Either it's going to go proof of stake, or it's going to go merge mining with Bitcoin once they change to SHA-256 from Script. And the same thing is going to happen with Bcash. They are either going to have to merge mine with Bitcoin, or they're going to change the algorithm to be proof of stake. Because in dollar terms, it will not double in price every 4 years. And it needs to more than double, because if it only doubles, that means its mining hash rate remains constant. It needs to triple or quadruple in price, plus inflation, right? So Bcash has definitely not kept up with having plus inflation. And I am even factoring in this unreasonable pump that it just had into the halving. So you will see this in about 6 months to a year, where the hash rate on Bcash is going to be significantly lower than it was 4 years earlier. And people need to keep that in mind. Where with Bitcoin, the hash rate is significantly higher than it was 4 years earlier. Just so people understand how the dynamics work and how to prepare their positions in these assets if you're trading them. All right, I just wanted to say that.
No, that's beautifully put, Tone. That's beautifully put. I don't think any of your viewers here need a reminder that this stuff is garbage, but I'm sure that all your viewers, plenty of their friends are friends are talking about meme coins and ICP and all this sort of stuff. Absolutely tradable. But you're not going to put a lot of money in there, right? That seems insane. You could get lucky. If you get lucky, take your money, put it in Bitcoin, and you should be fine. That's the end of the show. See you tomorrow night, I hope. Thanks, Tom. Thanks, everybody,
Bye,
for
guys.
watching.